Okay, so very firstly, it's the fine evening time, and at the same juncture, I want to express my views over the quite prominent and renowned thing, which is about the Bageshwar temple. Very firstly, let me familiarize you with the location, with the state place of Bageshwar temple. Bageshwar temple, that is located in the Chhatarpur district of Madhya Pradesh. And very secondly, you know what? That same place, that same temple is of the Balaji, and Balaji, that means Hanuman in one sense. And very thirdly, you know what? There is one thing which is quite specific one, special one, and mandatory one as well, which is about the entry, the conditions for entry. You know what? All the devotees, they are required, they are quite grudgingly, forcibly and reluctantly required to just apply petition for admission. That's the fact. And you know what, when their petition that that is received, when that is accepted completely, so thereafter at last they gets a token. And very firstly, the fact is that the token is for free, that is not for any cost. And very firstly, you know what, that token, that is consisting of the time period. And so with the help of the token, all the devotees, they get to know about the time period in which they are requiring to just get into the temple, and especially for consulting their problems with the Dharmendra Maharaj, Dharmendra Krishan Shastri. That's the fact. The name, that is pretty much long one. And later on, I would like to express my views over the different names of the same person. There are four names of the same prominent person. Okay, very firstly, you know what, the fact is that all the devotees, they are just required to be punctual, they are just required to take place at the correct and precise time which they are allotted by the token, which the people, which the devotees receives from the counter of Bageshwar temple. That's the fact. And very first, you know what, the devotees, all the devotees, they are just required to give some of the relevant details regarding them to the counter. The very first detail is about their name, second one is about their mobile number, and third one is pretty different one. And even according to me, the third one is about, let it be, I've forgotten about the third one. According to me, the third one, that is about the address. But let it be, these all informations are quite much crucial one, and if one fails to give all the relevant informations like this, so one can't get that one, the token. And the token, that is for free, that is the great thing, grand and awesome one as well. And very first, you know what, that person who is quite much prominent, and he named Dharmendra even Krishan Shastri. You know what, the fact is that he tries his level best to solve the problems of his devotees, and even as swiftly as it is possible for him to solve. And furthermore, you know what, he solves the problem without asking about the problems from his devotees. You know what, automatically, naturally, the problems occurs into his mind, strucks into his mind about the devotees. And even after getting to know about the problems, he just switches over to put down about the problems on a piece of paper, and thereafter he gives a solution, a grand and great solution to the people, to the devotees. That's the great thing according to me, helping one during the hour of need. That is pretty awesome, and nothing can be more good than this one. We should try to help others. Furthermore, moreover, we should try to just solve the problems of other, like Maharaj Dharmendra Krishan Shastri. Okay, even earlier I just forgot his name, and so even in the midst I used to just pause the video for just recalling his name. That's the fact. Firstly, you know what, today I learned about his full name. Earlier I merely knew about Dharmendra, but I didn't know his entire name, like Krishan Shastri. And let it be, And furthermore, you know what, he tries to just spread a good message among his devotees, among the people, like helping others in need, helping others during the hour of need. That's the fact. And furthermore, he is a narrator of Ram Katha. He tries his level best to narrate the Ram Katha to the people so as to spread peace among the people, even in the country named India as well. And furthermore, people they try the level best to listen to him quite cautiously, keenly, thoroughly, adequately as well. And furthermore, the aftermath is that all the bad deeds they decline, all the bad deeds of some of the people they decline up to a certain extent, and people they get satisfaction and contentment as well, and the minds of the people they turn fresh. That's the fact. And this is the quite great thing, as according to me, listening to sacred related things gives us peace, gives satisfaction and contentment to one's soul. That's the fact. Okay, let it be. And even, you know what, Bageshwar temple, that is a place for solving the problems of the people, and that is a pure place. In one sense, that is the pavitra one. And secondly, the fact is that lakhs of people they tries their level best to take place over there for worshipping the lord named Hanuman over there. And very secondly, you know what, Dharmendra Krishan Shastri ji, he is having fan followers in lakhs. That's the fact. Even foreigners they try the level best to take place over here in MP for just worshipping the lord over there, even for just talking to him, conferring with him, even sharing their ideas with him. Furthermore, you know what, the life of Dharmendra Maharaj, Dharmendra Krishan Shastris, is pretty much industrious one. In one sense, that is pretty much busy one, as all along he is just requiring to just catch up on the problem solving tasks. And according to me, solving one's problem, that is quite much great, but you know what, that requires the logical and reasonable thinking as well. And so one is just requiring to just think in the quite positive and good manner as well. And even if one is thinking in the quite negative manner, so according to me, the fact is that one would be unable to solve his or her own problem. So if one is unable to solve his or her own problem, so how one would tend to unable to solve the problem of others? That's the great thing. And even according to me, each and everyone should be positive. In one sense, all people they should be positive in thinking purposes, they should be positive in work purposes as well. One should work hard for prospering and flourishing in life. That's the fact. But let it be. And even very secondly, you know what, the thing is that he tries his level best to speak in Hindi. Nevertheless, notwithstanding, he has been having the fan following in lakhs. And according to me, not in lakhs, but that is in millions. As Maharaj Anirudh ji, he has been having fan following in millions. Even I have seen. The fact is that he has been having subscribers in millions. Even his views of each and every video, that too is in million. That's the fact. Even the viewers they uplifts and increases and intensifies day by day. That's the fact. But let it be. And you know what, one can apply petitions for admission online as well. Even the Ram Katha that takes place on the specific YouTube channel as well, and so one can watch out the Ram Katha from the YouTube channel, and quite reasonably as well, quite easily as well, without rushing from one place to another one. And according to me, it's pretty much good that while taking relax, one can switch over to watch out the Ram Katha on the television. Even one can switch over to lie on the couch, and even in the meantime or meanwhile, one can watch out the Ram Katha on YouTube from the specific and particular channel of Maharaj Dharmendra Krishan Shastri. That's the fact. Okay, so it's a commonly held view of some of the people that Maharaj Dharmendra Krishan Shastri ji, he is magical one. He has been having the magical powers. That's the fact. On the contrary, some says this. Some claims this, that it's the blind faith and we shouldn't try our level best to just have a blind trust on someone. And especially, you know what, some people they just relate this, that the same man who named Dharmendra Krishan Shastri, he is the descent of Hanuman. That's the fact. Very firstly, you know what, he tries his level best to do all the good deeds over there in MP and in one of the specific districts which named Chhatarpur. Even in my childhood, I just tried my level best to go over there for one of the specific tasks. That was one of the odd errands. And so you know what, the fact is that I was unable to just roam over there, wander over there, as my mom, she was in a hurry, and even she just went over there for some specific purposes. She wanted one of the best medicines from there, as you know what, some people they believes this, that that same district of MP, that is quite much prominent and renowned, and even that is the best one for providing the good medicines related to stomach to the females. That's the fact. And very firstly, let me familiarize you with the names of that same person. The very first name is Balaji Maharaj, and the second one is Bageshwar Maharaj, and even the very third one is Dhirendra Krishan Shastri, and the very fourth one is Bageshwar Dham Sarkar. You know what, the fact is that people they tries their level best to call him by these all four names, and so due to that fact these all names are quite prominent and renowned one. And very firstly, you know what, I too am having sizable and innumerable names, and I don't want to spill the beans, I don't want to disclose about my names, as my names they are the funniest one, but let it be. And even, you know what, Dhirendra Krishan Shastri, he is 27 years old right away. And furthermore, you know what, the fact is that he's unmarried even yet. And very thirdly, he pursued Bachelor of Arts. And very fourthly, you know what, he was and is quite fond of the sacred related things. And even his income, his salary, that too is handsome and even hefty one as well, but I don't want to disclose that one in my this video. And let me end this same content over here. And okay, according to me, I should try my level best to share a funniest thing with all of my viewers. Okay, so the thing is that in the noon time, I was just sitting in my room, and I was just having my meal. I was having the viands, delicacies, inventions, desserts. And so even in the meantime, my younger brother, he too was having his delicacies. And you know what, he had just taken place into the residence after attending the school classes. And so since he was quite much exhausted, even he was industrious as well. And so you know what, at correct 2 o'clock 2 p.m, he was having his lunch. So while he was having his lunch, he was watching out the television. As you know what, nowadays the kids, they are becoming quite much fond of watching out the television while having the viands, delicacies, and they never bother about anything, and they just bother about watching out the television all day long, every time long as well. And so same case is along with my younger brother. And so you know what, my younger brother, the moment while he was watching out the television, so he, you know what, he got completely indulged on watching out the television, he got completely engrossed on watching out the television. And so due to that same sort of fact, you know what, very firstly he was having the paratha. And so he used to, the moment while he was about to just take a bite of that same paratha, so you know what, he just forgot where his mouth was, and he just tried his level best to place that one into his nose. And then after mom, she used to disturb him, she used to she used to give him a severe reprimand as well due to that fact. And very secondly, I know one more thing, you know what, after that he turned cautious and careful. And And thereafter, you know what, he tried his level best to just focus and emphasize on his VNs firstly, and in the quite ending time he just forgot about having VNs. And thereafter mom, she used to just tell him and even entreat him for having the VNs and even for completing the delicate, the delicacy is the meals. And at last, the fact is that the moment, while my younger brother, he just tried his level best to just to just take one of the bites of the paratha. So in that same moment, he just wanted to just take some amount of pickle even along with the veggie. And so the moment while he was taking that one, so at that same juncture, you know what, he used to just he used to touch his paratha along with the flour, as he thought completely that the flour that was containing the veggie, even beside the veggie, he thought that there would be the pickle. And so he used to touch that one, the paratha with the flour. And so, you know what, we all gave a loud crack of laughter. And my mom, she used to watch out that same sort of scene quite live and quite keenly, thoroughly and adequately as well. Even that was the funniest scene as well. And so according to me, you know what, I just strongly and highly recommend that the school going children, they shouldn't try the level best to watch out the television all day long. As you know what, some of the authors, they claims this, that watching television, that blocks the brain. But you know what, up to a certain extent, watching television, that enhances and even that uplifts and intensifies the amount and even the level of education as well. So I highly recommend watching out news. But you know what, nowadays the news, they are completely composed of the murderous related things, even the news relating to crimes as well. So according to me, one shouldn't try to watch out the crimes related things. And even if the news that is about the good thing, even according to me, if the news that is about the specific current affairs, GK related topics, so one should try to watch out that one. But you know what, nowadays the news, they are quite much catastrophic one, and dangerous one, obnoxious one as well. And so I highly recommend just taking some of the topics from the current affairs related books, even GK related books, even from the Google, as well as Google that too provides some of the useful, crucial, significant and vital information to all of the people. Even according to me, you know what, all these things, the GK related things, the current affairs related things, these are quite much crucial one can't skip these all things, as these things takes place in each and every examination. You know what, okay, so very firstly, you know what, after taking the 12th examination, I just wanted to prepare for the CUET examination, as I just wanted to go to one of the renowned and prominent state. And furthermore, the fact is that I used to prepare quite much for CUET examination. And even I was quite grudgingly, forcibly and reluctantly required to just catch up on the current affairs as well. And even, you know what, it was so boring one and tedious one, and I just felt like detached with each and everything. And furthermore, you know what, the fact is that quite hardly and barely I could catch up on academics. And even I used to buy one of the books regarding the current affairs. And that current affairs related books that used to contain some of the specific knowledge regarding the country named India, even regarding the current issues, even regarding the current birth and current death as well. Even that used to contain the dates, that used to highlight the dates of the specific events, like Republic Day, like Heart Day, even like Cancer Day. And even that used to contain the themes of these days as well. As themes, they too are quite much vital and crucial one, as these are often asked in the examination. And so one should try to catch up on these one. And according to me, 50% of the people, they just forget about learning the themes. That's the fact. And even policies, they too matters most. The policies of Prime Minister of India, Furthermore, the new and sheer policies takes place quite a lot, but let it be. And furthermore, you know what? Quite recently, nope, not quite recently, according to me, at correct 23rd 23rd January, I used to order one of the products, but that hasn't yet taken place up to this moment of time.